we give you the option.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another little 5-minute episode that we're going to have. We're talking about fantasy football team names. I know mostly this is just having fun, making a crazy name, just getting out there. Like, that's one of the biggest things you do once you draft your team. You're like, oh, I got all these players. I got to make a name for my team now. Let's go. Anyways, let's head into this, guys. What do you guys think about team names? Are you for them? Are you against them? What styles do you like? What do we got?
Chris, I'm going to take the lead here because I think this is going to be my rant of the day. And I know it's a horrible rant because it doesn't matter. But anyways,
on your soapbox, buddy. You're all good.
I hate when people use players' names in their fantasy football team name. I really do. It bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me.
You're a curmudgeon.
It just I don't know. It gives me it's like, you have a team and you don't call your team after one of your players' names. And in my eyes, I know I get it. We're pretending to be GMs and whatnot. I understand all that. But for some reason, it's just this name. It should be a team. It shouldn't be over a name. And especially if you're in a dynasty league or you're in a keeper league. I mean, if you name your team Hooked on a Thielen, like someone in this chat
does. Don't show disrespect to my team name.
And then all of a sudden you decide to trade Adam Thielen. Well, what? Now you got to change your name, and you look like an idiot because you changed your name after what it was the season before.
That's why he hasn't been traded,
your name over and over again.
Why he's still on my team,
look like an idiot? Why does that make you look like an idiot?
Because it's just like you're in a dynasty, you should keep the same name throughout. It's like even our championship trophy. I mean, our trophy has one guy. He won it twice, 2 different team names. I mean, he should still be the same name in my eyes. It should be just one
team name.
His
name also goes on there.
The Dallas Cowboys didn't change their name. They're the Dallas Cowboys. The Saints didn't change their name. They're the same. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, to me, you should be one name, come up with it and go. And with these,
but the
adding
Washington
this fun,
football team changed.
They haven't changed fully yet, but that's only because of some legal issues that are going on right now, right? But I mean, yes, they're going to change their name, but it'll probably be like that for 100 years before they change it again. So
2022, they're coming.
Nonetheless, I just think to me, I hate the names. I mean, looking through some of the names that I've gone with and some examples that I would rather. I mean, I've used iTouchdown there, the Evil Empire, the Replacements, Gotham Rogue, something from a movie, You're in Trouble, which was funny, Who's Your Daddy, Turf Toe was good, Armchair Quarterbacks, Greatest Show on Paper, Blame the Refs, different things like that. At least it can stand on its own and stay that way. But I feel the puns just aren't very fun. What about you, Chris?
I'm not opposed to it. I've come up with some pretty good ones, I must say, in my days of playing fantasy football.
Yes. Yeah, I have. I've laughed.
Come on, he has come up with solid ones.
Like one of my usernames, I put the Canadian flavor on Tim Couch, and I used Tim Chesterfield. I think that's a great one.
See, but he's a retired player, so I'm okay with that because he's not going anywhere, and you can keep that throughout. True. So that's not a bad one.
I've also had McAfrican Americans. I won with that one. There's a couple offensive ones that I don't really want to bring up.
Please don't say those on live.
They're pretty good. You got Daniel Jones's Turf Monsters, Token Joshes. You got to have fun with it. At the end of the day, at least with me, fantasy football can be kind of stressful. So to hang my hat and be mad at something like fantasy team names, I think it's just really it's a waste of energy to be upset about something like that. If you're bringing in it's a dynasty, give me one team name like the NFL does, then why don't you just have your team name based off a city? Like you use iTouchdown there. It's corny. It's overplayed. The Replacements, corny. Gotham Rogues, okay, I get it's a cool name. It's Batman. I like Batman. You're in Trouble. Corny.
Well, okay. Again, these are just some of the things that are there. But
corny.
Well, what about the ones you use with puns? Are you saying the puns aren't corny? They're just as corny. What's the difference? They can be
corny, but they can also be funny. I mean, to put your
I'm just the examples I used were just what was there. But I mean, you could say that for both. Like it's
yeah.
Yeah,
so subjective.
But I like them. You could come up with some pretty good ones. I've seen some really good ones. I laugh when I see some of these pun names or not pun names. I really like my one team name is Kicker Lives Matter. I really like that one. It's a big one because kickers do get a lot of disrespect in fantasy football. I mean, I myself disrespect kickers in fantasy football. Any league that I start, I don't include the kicker. So, but in that league that we do have the kicker in, that's my team name. Again, I'm not opposed to any type of team name you can use. Just don't be offensive with it. Don't get dark with your team name or anything like that. At the end of the day, if there's one thing that you can have fun with in the middle of a fantasy season is your team and your team name. As you said, if you have Adam Thielen and your team name is hooked on a Thielen, and then you trade Adam Thielen, you don't necessarily have to change your team name. You can still keep hooked on a Thielen, or you can change your team name. I know James is a commissioner and he gets a little lazy because he doesn't want to do the research on what team is what and the change and everything.
Pain in the
like
ass.
that.
Yes, it really is.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me as a commissioner either. But at the end of the day, just have fun with the team name, man.
Agree.
Just do what you got to do. Make it stand out. I like one of the ones that I saw I liked was the winners. So even if you lose, you're still the winners.
I did that one year. I remember that.
Or like when someone puts your mom and then at the end of the week, he says you got beat by your mom and stuff like that. So there's some funny ones that you can do with it.
But Chris, what about the guys that, and we've had this in our league, what about the guys that change their damn name every week?
Yeah, that could be a
okay. We got one guy in our league. He's a Green Bay fan. I want to shoot him every week. He changes his damn thing, and yes, he'll know who I'm calling out later when he hears this. But every week, and I'm just like, really?
The best is when he changed his name to Show Me the Money, and then he lost.
And he lost in the finals. Yes, I know. That was good. Anyways, yeah, I get it. I mean, you're right. It shouldn't be something I'm mad about, but for some reason it still ticks me off. It's going to always tick me off, and nothing we can do about it.
I'm going to change all my team names to player pug names, and I'm going to change them every week just to piss you off now that I know.
Oh, I'm going to lock your team.
I think you should totally do it, Chris. That would be fantastic to see. But at the end of the day, everyone, really just go out there and have fun with your team name. You know, don't worry about what James, the lazy commissioner, thinks, having to look up your team. Just have fun with it and, you know, pick a team name that you like. Because at the end of the day, it's your team. Who cares what other people think?
Nick, when you're a commissioner, Nick, you come talk to me and then we'll talk. All right, because right now you're not, and you have no idea what it's like. Do all the work.
We're good. I'm smart that way.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the lazy one.
No, I'm smarter than you, making you do the work. It's fine.
Sure. Okay. It's because no one trusts you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna say. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. Be sure to check out our other YouTube videos. And don't forget to tune in next time. Follow us on our social medias for even more content. You can reach us at The Option Podcast on Instagram, at The Option Pod on Twitter, and at The Option Fantasy Football on TikTok. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you next time. Do you agree with us? Disagree with us? Let us know with a comment below, or even reach out to us and DM us.